We never rest here at the Red Bull Romaniacs. Back on track. The really close shot. We never take a rest, and we're here with another pigment of the color that is the Red Bull Romaniacs. You can see one of the girl riders. It's Davey from the UK, and she sports the proper fashion motorcycle with a teddy bear here in the front, and she's really exhausted.
Factory Ted.
Okay, Factory Ted and Emily, let's find out how you did today and what your race was.
Okay, I finished, which is really, really good. I'm so pleased I finished day 2. But I did have a feeling when I got up this morning it was going to be harder than day 1, and it was hell. The service point was 70% along the race. So 70% of it was just hell to get there. And then once you got to the service point, they gave you a little breather, and then we've had a bit of a torturous trip to get to this point, and I got to the water. And the same as yesterday, at the end of the day, they give you water. And I'm so frightened of dropping my bike in the water right at the last minute and not being able to obviously do the next day, that I'm choosing to actually get off when it gets deep and push it, because I'm not very tall. So as soon as the front wheel's up on a rock and it slips, I go to save the bike and it goes into the water. So strategically, to finish, I'm walking it through water. But yeah, it was really hard, really hard.
You said it was really hard and it was the hell for you, but were you actually expecting anything less from this race?
No, I wasn't. But I did train really hard on some really extreme stuff and think it can't be any worse than that. And it wasn't any worse than the really extreme stuff I've trained on. But when you put it all together in one day over, 100 kilometers, and then have to get up and do it all again the following day, that's what's the killer. It's just it's the amount of energy you've got to find to just keep going and dig deep and man up.
The killer, but you'll see the killer from Petrilla in the days to follow. I could ask you a lot of things, but I see the color coordination with you and your motorbike, your kit, and I can see the sticker over here with Fight Like a Girl, breast cancer awareness, and I'm sure not many people know what this is all about, so I'll give you the chance to speak about that, and that's really important, I think.
Okay. About 20 months ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I had to undergo 9 months of chemotherapy and radiotherapy. I had 100% hair loss. I used to have blonde hair down to my waist. And throughout the treatment, I carried on riding and took part in the Tough One in the UK. And again, this year, just done the Tough One. And I've been riding with my Fight Like a Girl graphics to raise cancer awareness among the biking community, and have had fantastic support. Paul Bolton and David Knight both just did a festival with us in the UK about 2 or 3 weeks ago called Flagfest, and we raised nearly £5,000 for Cancer Research UK. Yeah, really, it's just all about raising awareness, and along the way we raised some funds as well. And Romaniacs for me has been a challenge to get better and have something to look forward to, and here I am, and I didn't think I could do it, so to have got to the point where I've got to the end of day 2 and done the prologue, I'm made up. I've just got to find another day from somewhere, so I'll get back, get showered, eat, sleep. But the problem is with because it's my first time here, it's all the admin and everything else you have to do as well as the racing. So I have to find my bag now, find my hotel. I've got to now ride to the hotel, and then in the morning before you start the race, you've got to ride from the hotel to the start. And it's everything. You don't seem to stop. A rider briefing at 9 o'clock when you just want to sleep. It's just packed.
It's the whole enchilada, right?
It is. Yeah, from 6 o'clock in the morning for us to, it's 10 o'clock before you can even think about getting into bed. And it's just exhausting. I got up this morning and thought, I don't know how I'm going to do another day. Once I was on the bike, I suppose the first hour first hour I struggled, but then I really loosened up and got into it. It'll be the same tomorrow, and I know it'll be the same tomorrow. I'll get up and I'll just ache all over and think I can't do this again, but I will.
One more question about your campaign and raising awareness. Usually, as I know, people who are in this battle, they try to raise funds and money by auctioning stuff. Will you be auctioning your kit to raise money for this occasion?
That's very good. I hadn't actually thought of that. That's a very good idea. If anybody would like to make me an offer for my kit, all the money will go to Cancer Research UK. We have just done at Flagfest, David and Paul, we did do a big auction and we raised £3,000 from that. David Knight auctioned his helmet, and that was only the third helmet he's ever given away, and 2 of those went to America. So that went to somebody in the UK as well, and raised over £700 for his helmet. And everybody that was on the start line, bar one that should have been here but broke his leg, Gomez. Everybody on the start line at the prologue, they all gave their shirts previously 3 weeks ago for Flagfest, and each of those, so Johnny Walker and Graham Jarvis, everybody, they all gave a signed shirt, and we auctioned all of those off. The riders, the pro riders, have been absolutely fantastic towards me, and Paul Bolton was one of the reasons we started Flagfest. I've been sponsored by Lee Walters Off-Road Trading School since I've been on chemotherapy, and he's supported my training now all the way up to Romaniacs, because he said to me, do you want to do it? And I said, not really. And he said, well, you know, I'll train you, you do it. And I said, oh, all right then. And I've nearly pulled out about 6 times because I didn't think I could do it. And so now I'm here and got to this point. You know, it's thanks to a lot of support from a lot of people. The RAF have come out to do my bike servicing for me, and I've got a fantastic friend who's helping me with this side of it all, and just making sure that I've got everything I need. And without those people, I couldn't do it. There's absolutely no way I could do it. You need friends, you need support, and to have the riders supporting me as well has been just the icing on the cake.
Okay, so I guess you'll have some time to think about auctioning your stuff to further finance your campaign. But either way, I'd like to congratulate you. And for us, you're a winner. And let me raise your hand just like this. This is Emily Davey, ladies and gentlemen. And you can hear your awesome story on the rebelromainacs.com website and other places as well. So we'll have her for a chatter in the following days as well. So have a good rest, Emily, and thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this amazing story of ours. I wasn't even thinking that it's all about that. I thought you were only having your support, but you being in this thing makes it even more awesome. So my hat goes off to you. So we bow to Emily Davey and wish her the best. Cheers.